Introducing the newest phenom to the world of YouTube boxing.
What is he? Some kind of musician?
Mom, I think you need a new phone. He's a speaker of some sort.
I think he's all of that, guys. Here's the old man boxing fan.
What's good? What's good, everybody? You know what? There's no news like good news, or any news for that matter, depending on what it is. Yeah, I remember, what was that? The Great Space Coaster, if you're old enough. There's no news like Gary Gnews. I'm the GNU of the Gnots and all of that extra stuff. But anyway, you know, I've been wanting to talk about this here. So, Floyd Mayweather says he wants Pacquiao in December. And he said, I don't want you to talk about your shoulder hurt. You know what I'm saying? He was saying that to Pacquiao. And I'm like, I wonder why Floyd is doing this. But this ain't the real reason. I'm not really talking about Floyd and Pac. This conversation is really more about Floyd and 50 Cent. Now look, I'm a native New Yorker, so you know some how can I say this? Some of the stuff 50 Cent talks about, I get it. But there's one thing that I didn't like about 50 Cent and how he tried to exonerate himself. I've been into hip hop for a long time, man. I mean, for a long time. And I remember hearing about 50 Cent. And 50 Cent claim is he didn't start nothing with nobody. He didn't start this. He didn't start that. Yada, yada, yada. Oh, yes, you did. He comes in. He came in the game with you know, putting people's name in his mouth. You know what I'm saying? And he talked crap about anybody and everybody. Now, I did like 50 Cent. I did like 50 Cent stuff. But I didn't listen to the diss records. It's just like Tupac. I used to like all the Tupac stuff. I mean, prior to him started to get into the dissing and stuff like that, I watched hip hop go down when that stuff started. And I was saying it, man, why are these guys doing that, man? And people would be like, yeah, man, but that's hip hop, man. That's hip hop. You know, the battle went on for the battle been in the game for this long, that long, yada, yada, yada. Yeah. With mutual combats who knew that it was a battle. Nobody just came out the blue and just started talking. I mean, they did. But, you know, it was more, how can I say it? It was a different era and a different time then. You know, it's not like it is now. These guys now, they do things just to prove a point. It wasn't all fun and games. You know, it's not all fun and games like it was back then. These guys either is manufactured beef or it's out of control beef. More than likely it's out of control beef when these young guys get to it. But back to 50 Cent. You know, New Yorkers can be very mean. And I mean mean. And for somebody like 50 Cent to take a shot at the fact that Floyd Mayweather couldn't read that well, I don't know if he cannot read at all or what. But for him to say that, you know, to me, that's like, you know, how can I say it? That's just like taking a shot at somebody who has a disability. That's like somebody who's in a wheelchair and you're taking a shot at him. You know, we don't know what transpired. Actually, we do know some things that transpired in Floyd Mayweather Jr. life. And we know that his pops got locked up, you know, yada, yada, yada. He came from nothing, man. You know, and well, 50 Cent, you was a drug dealer. You know what I'm saying? And still, you came from nothing either. Remember that $1 million you got for that album? You know, and you got shortcutted? Ain't nobody, you don't hear him talking about stuff like that. You know, I mean, nobody's undercutting you because of that. You know, and that's all 50 Cent does. And nowadays it's just like, look, I'm just gonna take shots at Floyd Mayweather to bring attention to myself. Look, after a while of doing that, dude, that sounds like a distraught woman. a hurt woman, a scorned woman. You know what I'm saying? Why you gotta keep messing with the man? Why can't you just let Floyd Mayweather do Floyd Mayweather? You know, 50 Cent, why can't you do something productive? You know, hey, look, you had a crew out there. What happened to them? You know what I'm saying? I mean, your stuff has went down, so I guess you gotta at least try to take somebody with you. 50 Cent need to sit down, man. I mean, straight up, I don't care about his past or what he did, yada, yada, yada. All that means nothing. Sometime you got to grow up, bruh. Grow up, 50. I mean, golly, leave the kiddie stuff alone. And you know, I noticed something. There's dudes from that era. I believe me and 50 Cent somewhere around the same age, or I may be a little bit older. But, you know, regardless, there's people I know his age, and they're still doing the same doggone thing. They're still playing these little kiddie games. And they're almost 50 years old. You know what I'm saying? If you're 25, you need to stop playing the little kiddie games. That happened to me during the cruise. They want to take these pictures and put them all over Facebook and play these little kiddie games and wonder why they get blocked. You know what I'm saying? Because, look, we are adults here. All the little talking about what you can't do. And 50 Cent said... Hold on, I got to quote that correctly. 50 Cent said about Floyd Mayweather. He said, "We been knew you finished that money, champ. We can tell when you start doing club visits. But I will be tuned in December. All work easy. Let me see how I say that. All work, easy work. Let's go. Hard work, dedication," and he's doing a laughing out loud. And then he get the strap. And hashtag, I don't know what the heck that is. You dudes just be, look, all them acronyms y'all be giving these days, man. I ain't even trying to figure it out. For what? You know, sometimes it just comes to me. But for the rest of the time, it don't. You be doing too much. Hashtag something. I ain't even trying to pronounce that. But look, how you going to sit up there and how 50 gonna go up there and say, you know what, we been knew you, and I'm paraphrasing at this point, we been knew you was hurting for money. Yeah, you know, when you start showing up at clubs and stuff like that, how does that make any sense? Why would he show up at a club if he need money when he can just show up at the gym and start working out? I don't get it. Now, when he start doing that, that'll make me suspicious, especially if he has people filming it. But him at a strip club or a club, he does that all the time. You know, Floyd Mayweather does that all the time. So how's 50 Cent using that as a measuring stick to the man's money? And why is he counting the man's money? And then after that, you're gonna say all the champ stuff. Yo, man, I could not hang out with a dude like that. I can't mess with people like that. It's impossible for me to do that, because to me they're dinglings. You know what I'm saying? They wait for you to say something good, and they want to throw something negative at you. I would not ever have a friend like that, or anybody, not even an associate. You have to back up, dude. Don't even come over here. Matter of fact, my bodyguards if that dude show up, toss him out. Period, point blank. I think 50 Cent really needs to grow up, though, you know, because he's acting like a child, man. He's acting like a real child. You make children look good. Actually, he ain't even acting like a child. He's just acting like an idiot, you know. I mean, you need to slow it down. And he said something not too long ago, too. I mean, it's been this, and it wasn't no back and forth thing, because, look, Floyd Mayweather just be letting the man talk, and then after a while, you get tired of it, and Floyd says something. But other than that, I think 50 Cent need to sit his behind down and grow up and be a man and stop acting like a child. You know what I'm saying? Old Man Boxing signing out. Peace.